you don't know where that's from, you're too young to be watching this video. Hey everybody, it's your girl KurlyKass. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, welcome back to another video where I share my experiences as a mother, mental health clinician, and curly girl. So today I'm going to be doing a part 4 to my breastfeeding series. And this is the second part of the pumping video that I came out with last week. If you didn't catch that, make sure you tune into that. I'll link it in the video somewhere at the end or in the description box so that you can take a look at that too. Also, if you didn't notice, I'm feeling very luxurious today. I feel like I've got like this very cute choker on. I know you can't really see because I kind of got a wide neck, but feeling cute or whatever. I have all pink going on today, and pink is just like, pink is a mood. It's a mood. Is it hot pink? Is it like a mauve pink like today? What are we feeling? I'm feeling like sultry vibes right now, like oof. Yes, she's up to something. We don't know what it is, but it's something going on. So anyways, just wanted to let you guys know this is how I'm feeling today. Today, I am going to be talking about pumping essentials. So everything that you need when it's time for you to do the dirty and pump. So pumping is very tedious. It can be very uncomfortable, sometimes painful. It can be just a lot. Like it's a lot. It's very demanding physically, mentally, emotionally. Pumping has been an experience. And that's not to say that it wasn't worth it and that it's still not worth it. I'm going 8 months strong on my breastfeeding journey, and I have been able to exclusively breastfeed my baby. And so that definition to me means that he only takes breast milk. He doesn't take formula. And that's been really important to me. It's always been important to me since before I became a mom. It's something that I always knew that I wanted to do. I just didn't realize how difficult it would be until I became a mom and I started my breastfeeding journey. So the point of this breastfeeding series and all of my videos is to reach somebody else out there who might be having a difficult time. Just be a resource, a connection for them. Any questions that you have, please comment below. I am more than happy to chat with you guys and just help you guys figure it out. So I'm hoping that this video can be helpful for somebody, and I hope that all my videos are helpful for someone. Without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get started. So in no particular order, I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about some of the things that you absolutely need that are pumping essentials that you absolutely positively need to have whenever it is time for you to pump. So one of the most important things to remember is that pumping is literally a process. So every time you go to pump, it takes me anywhere from about 20 to 30 minutes to do a complete pumping session. And now that doesn't mean that I'm pumping for a full 20 to 30 minutes. It just means that that's how long it takes to finish this entire process. And if you are an exclusive pumper, or if you are like me and you breastfeed and you pump, it still is very time consuming. And so I would say in the very beginning of my journey, I probably pumped anywhere from 8 to 9 times a day. Now I'm pretty much down to about 5 or 6. So that is because my milk supply is pretty regulated. My baby's also eating a lot of solid food now, so that takes the pressure off of me from having to feed him every 2 hours. Things have shifted for me a little bit in my breastfeeding journey, but I'm gonna go from talking about what I needed, what I still need, and how it's sort of changed and evolved over the last 8 months. I'm going to start with what you obviously need for equipment. For equipment, you are going to need your breast pump. And when I say you need your breast pump, what I mean is you need your breast pump and all of the accessories that go to the breast pump, because you never know what could happen, especially if you're pumping on the go, or if you are pumping at work, or if you're pumping at a site that is not your home where you don't have access to all the things that you would normally have. So for me, I'm just the type of person who overpacks. Like I overpack all the time. If I'm going on vacation, I pack like 12 outfits for like 5 days because you just never know what you're gonna need. Is it gonna be hot? Is it gonna be humid? Is it gonna be cold? Is it rainy? Is it rain that's cold? Or is it rain that's warm? Questions, okay? And I need to be prepared for it all. So some of these things, you might not think you need them, however, you do. So just go ahead and let me guide you. So basically what you're gonna need is your pump, which I have right here with me today. I talked about my pump in the last video a little bit. I obviously carry my pump. I carry the tubing because you need it. I also carry my flanges because you obviously need those too, or else you won't be able to pump. And then I also carry my charger. So when I had the Lancino Smart Pump, I would bring an extra set of batteries just in case. And I would also bring the wall adapter for it. The battery is built in, so I never ever have to repurchase batteries. If you have ever purchased batteries in your life, you know that they are so expensive. Spectra S1 comes with a wall adapter, and now you can use this with or without the wall adapter. So the wall adapter charges the battery that is built in, which is so convenient and so great, and it actually charges really quickly. Like, I want to say it takes maybe 2 hours for this to charge from being dead all the way to a full battery, and then I really don't have to charge it for another 3.5 days, which is amazing. So I always travel with my charger just because I never know where my battery is at. I usually don't tend to notice until it's almost dying anyways, because pumping is a lot. And when you have a little one, you're focused on 100 different things at the same time. So keep your charger with you. It just makes your life a whole lot easier, just in case. You never know what can happen and you need to be prepared. What do I put this crap in, you might ask? Well, I'm about to let you know. My mic fell. The next essential for pumping is a pumping bag. So this bag, I'll show you, looks like this. It's a pretty basic black bag. It comes with a little, whatever this is. So you can just kind of close it and just button it right there. But obviously I don't know where the button is, so you know what buttons do. Okay. It has 2 straps, zipper, and let me see what's in here before I reveal myself to anybody. And it looks like this. It's pretty basic, nothing crazy. I know that a lot of women have different pumping bags. They sell a ton on Amazon. It's one of those things, just like pumps, there are hundreds of them. You can literally find them in every price range. You can find them for very cheap, anywhere from $10 to $15, and they go all the way up to about $200, $300, depending on how much you want to spend. Me personally, I wouldn't spend that much money on a pumping bag, but that's just me. This bag actually came with the Lancino Smart Pump, and so I just kept it, even when I stopped using that pump, because it is super convenient, and I still use it with my Spectra. In addition to a pumping bag, you are going to need a cooler or something of this nature. So this also came with the Lancino Smart Pump, which was really cool. So it's just like a basic little cooler, and this is where you're gonna put all of your milk. So moms who are working or moms who are away from home and you are pumping on the go, you are going to need a cooler of some sort, unless you're gonna be home within like an hour. So for me, these were essentials when I was working at the office, or when I was going to visit clients at their home, and I was going from house to house, house to office, my house. Sometimes I would come during the day because I live so close to my office, and I just needed to have a bag where I put all of my stuff into, just so that nothing got lost or separated, and it just makes your life so much easier. So this was really helpful for when I was, like I said, working, when I was on the go. Sometimes I still pump in the car when I'm driving to different places, depending on like if I'm in a rush to get out of the house. Like, I just put the baby down for a nap and I need to run to Walmart because I only have an hour and a half before he wakes up. So I sometimes will pump in the car, and so these are really helpful. This cooler just looks like this. I don't really know what this is, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think it might have gotten messed up, but who knows? Anyways, this is what the cooler looks like. It's not too deep, but it does the job. You put an ice pack in here for your milk just to keep it cool. Breast milk can be stored at room temperature for 4 hours. It can be stored in the refrigerator for 4 days, and in the freezer for 4 months, and in a deep freezer for up to a year. So the rule of thumb is, if you have an 8-hour shift at work, you need a cooler, you need an ice pack to keep your milk fresh. If you have 2 hours in between when you're gonna be home and when you're pumping, or whenever you have access to a refrigerator to put your milk in, you don't really need this. You could keep it at room temperature. Now, when I pack my pumping bag, I am just gonna show you guys. So because the Spectra is a little bit bulkier, I always pack it first. So I put it in the corner, right here. I just kind of push it all the way over to the edge. And next, I put my flanges in on the other side. Now, the thing about the Spectra is that the buttons are super sensitive. So sometimes I have piled things on top of the motor, I guess this is, on top of the motor, and they have accidentally turned the pump on, and so you can usually hear it when it's turned on. So I try to avoid stacking anything on top of the buttons just because I really don't want the battery to die just because things are touching it and turning it on when it's not supposed to be turned on. And now when I know I'm going to be on the road or at a family member's house or friend's house for a few hours on end, I'm going to pack my Haka, or if I'm going anywhere overnight, just because I usually like to use this in the morning because that's when I have the most milk, because overnight I stopped middle of the night pumping. And so that really makes me very engorged in the morning. And so this is what really helps me. I have a tendency, like I said, to use this in the morning primarily, but you can use it whenever you want. You could use it at every feeding if you wanted to. I just tend to only use it in the morning. So I pack that and I just put that on top of the pump on the other side. So the bag usually looks like this. And if I'm going to work, I tend to bring these little bottles. So these are by Medela. I don't remember if I talked about them in the last video or not, but I really like these storage bottles just because they only store 5 ounces, but that's usually good for just one pumping session. So in one pumping session, I will produce anywhere from like 5 to 6 ounces total. So I have a slacker boob, it's my left one, and I have one that produces a great amount, and that's my right. So combined, I'll probably get like 2 here, 3 here, or I'll get 4 here, 2 here. It just kind of depends on the day and how long it's been in between pumps. So I just bring 3 of these with me. And the thing that I really like about these is if you look at the cover, see that M here? So you can't really see too well, I don't think, but, or maybe if I go like this, this is AM and this is PM. So you can kind of rotate, you pop that up, you can rotate the day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then let's say I'm pumping today, I'll put Sunday and I pumped in the AM. Move this over here and just click it down like that. So it's really easy to do. When you're pumping so much, it is really hard to keep track of when you pumped, how long ago it was, exactly what time it was, and you get mommy brain and you just kind of get a little bit delirious too because you are not sleeping as much as you usually do. You're probably not eating as well as you should or as much as you should. So it just makes it really, really difficult to remember tiny details like when did I pump? Was it morning? Was it night? I don't remember which bottle this is or this is or this is if you're using the same bottles throughout the day to store everything. So I've had that problem and that's why I really like this. It was a gift from my baby shower. So it's something that I utilize every single day, at least when I was at work. Yet now because of quarantine, I'm not at work, so I don't really need these. But when I do go back, I will be using these. So, and I really like the cover of it too. It's very, very secure. So every time I pump and I put the cover back on, it's really easy to tell if it's gonna leak or not. And then I just kind of lean it over like this just to make sure. And I always have my hand under here, of course. And then it's usually good to go. So this can roll around in my bag, it can roll around in the cooler, and it's okay because I know that it's safe and secure in this bottle. Another thing that people use for storage containers are bags, and I talked about this a little bit last week. I don't really tend to use pumping bags as storage until I really don't use it on the go. Some people will bring just like a big mason jar with them and fill it up with milk. That's also a really great idea. Some people will, like I said, use bags, use bottles. I don't tend to use bottles just because I really don't like that they can leak and that's just a waste of milk. And I literally have nightmares about wasting milk and about spilling milk. And it has happened to me before. If it hasn't happened to you yet, it will, and you'll probably cry, but it's okay, don't worry. You'll make more. So as far as gear goes, that is what you're gonna need. That's a pumping essential. That's all the things that you're gonna need on a regular day-to-day pumping session. So you got your pump, you got your flanges, you've got the Haka, storage containers, whatever it is that you're using, whether it is that, a bottle, a bag, a mason jar, I don't know, take your pick. Charger, because duh, you wanna be prepared for anything. And then all of that fits in here very nicely. And that is how I usually make my way to work. This next one is a huge pumping essential. So I talked a little bit about this in my last video, that my strapless bras and my really pretty cute outfits and little spaghetti strap tank tops are not my real life. So this is my real life, guys. It's sad, but it's okay. You are going to need a pumping bra. I don't care what anybody says. You could try to use a regular bra, but if you're buying like expensive bras from Victoria's Secret, you're gonna stretch them out. It's not gonna be a good look, and you're gonna be really pissed off because those bras are like $60, $70. So for you to stretch out a bra just because you don't wanna wear a pumping bra, that just doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's just kind of a waste of money and a waste of time trying to fight with a bra that's made to fit you a certain way and stretching it out and just really destroying it in the end. Just buy a pumping bra. I have 3 of these. I have a white, a black, and a nude one. So if you've never seen a pumping bra, it's real ugly, but I think I bought these from Target. You can get them at Target, you can get them at Walmart. They can be really expensive or they can be not expensive. Now the purpose of a pumping bra is to make it much easier for moms to nurse. So actually, this isn't even a pumping bra, this is a nursing bra, but I use it as a pumping bra because let me go find my pumping bra, hold on. He's got it. Update, I threw away my pumping bra. So if you don't know me, I'm the type of person where if something isn't working for me, I just throw it away. Like, I just get rid of it. Did I just do that? Like, I'm not really like a hoarder where I keep just unnecessary shit because I really don't like clutter and stuff like that. So apparently I threw it away and I forgot. But the pumping bra, I had a pink one, and it's actually like a very commonly used bra that you'll see in like commercials and ads for pumping and nursing and all that crap. So it really is not helpful at all. So for me, it was just another obstacle to get through when it's time to pump and you're like in a rush. Like if you have 15 minutes of a break at work to pump, you do not need to be spending 5 of it putting on a pumping bra over your clothes, zipping it up, putting in the flanges into the openings, shoving your nipple in it, and you can't even see it either. You don't even know if it's on correctly or not because the fabric is around the flange, and trying to get that all right. Pull down your regular bra, put that on top of it. It's too much. I just started using nursing bras as a pumping bra. I would recommend, if you are going to breastfeed, buy these a cup size up because your breasts will be going up and down, filling up with milk, emptying out the milk. And so I have found myself that I went up a cup size. So now instead of wearing a 34C, I'm wearing a 34D. And that's what I bought this bra in, and it's perfect. I'm actually gonna put this on for you so you can see exactly how I use it. Okay. Boom. You get the gist of it. So this is what it looks like. This is exactly why I cannot wear those spaghetti straps. Do you see this? This is why. You're actually in for a treat because I'm gonna go ahead and put my flanges on so you can see exactly what it looks like whenever you use this to pump. So this is a nursing bra, like I said. So it has these clips right here and here. So what you do is unclip it and boom, now your boobie is exposed so you can breastfeed your baby. So this is a lifesaver. You need this if you're breastfeeding. So for pumping, what I usually do is I'll take one. So I'll go ahead and undo this one. So my nipple's about like right here. So I take it, I just measure it up to where my nipple would be. I make sure that it's fitting well and that it's in the middle, right in there. And then I go ahead and take this and I do that. And then I take this other one and then clip it. And obviously it usually doesn't move, but they're not actually attached to anything. So this is what it looks like. Ta-da. You plug in your tubes, you start pumping, good to go. So you can be hands-free with this, which I absolutely love. Like I could pump right now and do this video. I could pump and fold my laundry. I could pump and do anything with this. So it's really convenient. It's an essential. You need it, point blank period. You're gonna need a little station. So I would always pump in a few different places of my house. So I would pump on my side of the bed. I have a little nightstand where I would put my pump. I'll put some other stuff that I need that I'm gonna get into. I would pump in the living room on my side of the couch, which also has a little coffee table next to it. So everywhere I went, I had a little station of things that I needed before I started, because in the very beginning, Like I said, you're gonna be attached to this pump, and I was pumping every hour in the beginning, and then I went to every 2 hours, and now I'm at every 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, depending on the day, which is so much better, honestly. What you wanna do is set up a station. So I would have a drink with me, I would have some water, I would have juice, soda, whatever it is that I was sipping on. I would make sure that I drank a big glass of water right before I pumped, because breast milk is 90% water anyways. So I would make sure that I had a water. I would make sure that I had a snack at all times. You need snacks, okay? I don't care if you're snacking on almonds or pistachios or if you're snacking on Cheetos. Doesn't matter. You need a snack with you. Pumping literally is taking so much out of you. Like, you are literally feeding another person. And so you get really, really hungry. You get really, really thirsty. You're drained all the time. It's exhausting. And in the beginning, I was drinking a supplement to help my milk supply. So I was drinking a tea. This is the tea that I was drinking. It's the Mother's Milk organic tea. My mom actually put me onto this. So what I would do is I would drink 3 of these teas a day. That's right, you heard me, 3 times a day. So I would drink one of these either while I was pumping, just because it kind of helped me get it down quicker. I'm not really like a tea person, and this honestly just kind of tastes like licorice. So I would just drink it plain. Like, I never added any honey or sugar or milk or anything like that. I just would rather just get it down quickly and be over it. I would have my phone with me. Keep your phone on you. You're gonna get bored. Watch TV while you're doing it. Do something to distract yourself, so that way you're not constantly looking like, oh my God, is there milk coming out? How much milk? Is it 2 ounces? Is it 4 ounces? How many ounces is coming out? Do something to distract yourself. If you need to put a blanket over yourself so that you don't see how much milk you're producing, just take the pressure off of yourself. Don't worry about how much you're pumping in the moment. Just go ahead, do your pumping session, and look afterwards. Do not ever, ever, ever watch the milk come down, because it's kind of like a washed pot never boils. You always want to go into pumping with a clear mind, just no pressure, no worries, just kind of let it be, let it come. So that's all that I have for you guys today on my 4th video of my breastfeeding series. I really appreciate all of you who have been watching and who have been keeping up with this series. I really hope it's helpful for somebody, if not all of you. Share this with somebody who you know who might benefit from it. If you like the content and you found it helpful, please like this video, please comment on the video. I am more than happy to chat with you guys. Ask me any questions at all, anything that you want me to cover, anything that you're curious about, I am more than happy to do so. Also, subscribe to my channel so that you can see my weekly videos. And if you haven't already, go ahead on Instagram and follow me. It's KKurlyKass. I am starting to post a little bit more. Kind of went through my mom phase of not posting too much, especially about myself, because, you know, trying to get my body back, trying to get my bearings back, and it's not an easy process. So trying to post a little bit more on there. Until the next time, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between, I love you all. Thank you so much.